Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over the 20 gestures project with you. So real quick, basically what you want to do is get, you can do 20 gestures of different meals, okay? So a gesture, or also known as a quick study, looks like this. Got my sandwich here. So, plate, apple, just like that. Okay, so that is gesture study of that. And for this assignment, you'll do 20 of those, so 20 different meals. You know, if you are eating the same thing over and over again, that's fine too. Maybe you want to just mix it up and take some of the food off. That's fine too. Basically, it's just about getting practice doing some gesture studies. Also, the next project is, what am I doing? The next project is doing a full rendering of a meal. So all these gesture studies, all these quick sketches that you're doing are in preparation for that longer drawing. Okay, so the placement is totally off with that. There's that beautiful negative shapes going. So I'm positioning those crackers again. Okay, so that's 2. Super quick, right? After I've done 20 gesture studies, what I'll do is choose one and do a fully rendered drawing. So for that, you get your large piece of paper out, and again, you start with that quick gesture. Really loose. You notice that I'm keeping my graphite kind of loose in my hand. That way I can make a light line. I'm not pressing really hard. Keeping it nice and loose. Doing a lot of lines. You know, why make your life harder by trying to get it right on the first time? Instead, just have fun with it. Apple here. I'm drawing these crackers as though you could see through them. Really trying to figure out how they lay on one another here. And how they fit on the plate. And then once I like how it's kind of placed on the picture plane and I'm starting to feel like it's going well, I could step back, ask myself if I need to move anything, make anything smaller, make anything larger. Maybe jot in these cast shadows here. I haven't talked about light. Basically, thinking about where your light's coming from is helpful in art, right? It's part of the composition. So you might want to move the light to get different shadows, depending on the composition you're going for. That's actually really lovely. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. Move the shadow down here. Then I'm going to start making things more specific. Make things a little bit darker, start to get some value range in here. So value range is everything from white to black. And if you want to get volume, what you do is you identify the form shadows, so the shadows on the object, as well as the cast shadows, so the shadows coming from the object, and then the highlights. Identify that in the drawing and you'll get some beautiful volume. Okay, so form shadow here. Just getting a crosshatch in there. Following the form, getting the wrapping contours. Notice that the shadow is darkest right next to the object here. So I'm keeping it loose. I'm moving around the picture plate. If I notice I've stayed in one area too long, I move immediately. That way, no one area gets more developed than others, right? You don't want some area to be kind of neglected. Okay. Now I can't remember if I assigned this as a charcoal drawing or as a graphite drawing, but I'm doing it as a graphite drawing here. Basically the same approach applies if you're working with charcoal, just a little messier, and your blacks, the black values are going to be a little bit darker and less shiny, right? So the darkest you could get with pencil is still going to have that kind of shiny silver look. So the black tones are just more true with the charcoal. So like I said, I'm just getting things a little bit more specific, getting the contours a little bit more accurate, watching where one contour overlaps another contour. Trying to capture some of that beautiful texture. I think if you capture the texture of an object, it adds a lot of character. It's one of those things that most people don't recognize. And identifying the specific contours here. It's not just a straight line, it's kind of curvy and organic. There we go. All right, so I'll just continue to modify this, make things a little bit more specific. Try to get some more middle grays in there, more cast shadows, and I'll just keep working through it. All right, take care and have fun.